Hey there, future financial geniuses. Welcome back to the channel. Now, before you hit that pause button and start thinking, wait, what? I'm serious. Today, we're diving into a concept that might sound crazy at first, but could actually save you thousands of dollars and even increase your wealth. Now, I know the old adage is pay off your mortgage as soon as you can. But what if I told you that keeping your mortgage, yes, even with a big old balance, could actually be the smartest move for your financial future? That's right. We're talking about keeping your mortgage as high as possible, and I'm going to show you exactly why this might be a huge win. So grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's talk about why you should not rush to pay off your house early. Spoiler alert, the math might just blow your mind. Before we jump in, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video with your friends and family. Trust me, this one is a game changer. Let's get started. Alright, so let's start by addressing the elephant in the room, the classic financial advice that everyone seems to follow. You've probably heard this 1,000 times, right? Pay off your mortgage as quickly as possible, or it's the best investment you can make. Sounds good in theory, doesn't it? Who wouldn't want to live mortgage-free, right? Imagine the sweet, sweet relief of knowing you don't owe a bank a single dime. But what if I told you that paying off your mortgage early might not be the best move? Financially speaking, of course. In fact, you could actually be losing money by rushing to get that house paid off. Stick with me. I'll explain why. Let's start with the numbers, because I know we all love a good math lesson when it can help us make more money, right? Okay, first, let's think about the cost of paying off your mortgage early. If you pay down your mortgage early, you're freeing up your monthly cash flow, right? Sounds nice. But then, what are you going to do with that freed up cash? That's where things get tricky. Here's the thing. The money you use to pay off your mortgage early could be better spent investing somewhere else, potentially earning you a higher rate of return. Think about it. If your mortgage interest rate is, let's say, 3%, and you can invest that same money into a stock market or real estate and earn 7% or more per year, you're leaving a lot of money on the table by paying off your house too soon. Why settle for a measly 3% when you can go for 7% or more? That's what we're talking about when we say that holding onto your mortgage might actually be the more profitable choice. So let's talk about leverage, baby. Leverage is one of the most powerful financial tools, and it's something that most people don't understand or don't use properly. Okay, I hear you. But what do you mean by leverage? Well, leverage is simply the idea of using other people's money to generate a higher return. In this case, your mortgage is other people's money. Let's say you have a $200,000 mortgage at 3%. You could pay that off early, but why would you want to when you can keep that money working for you elsewhere? If you invest that money into assets that grow at a higher rate than the mortgage interest, you're making money off the loan that you didn't have to pay for upfront. It's like a cheat code for wealth. You're using someone else's money to make more money. Who doesn't love a good loophole? Remember, mortgages are generally cheap debt, and when you have low interest debt, you can leverage it to your advantage by investing in higher return opportunities like stocks, real estate, or even business ventures. Now, let's get into the math behind it. I promise, no complicated formulas here, just simple numbers that you can wrap your head around. Ready? Let's say you have a $200,000 mortgage with a 3% interest rate. If you were to pay it off early, you're saving yourself what? $6,000 in interest payments over the next few years. Not too shabby, right? But let's say instead of paying off your mortgage, you take that extra $2,000 per month that you would have used for the mortgage and invest it in something that earns 8% annually. Over the next 10 years, you could end up with around $350,000, thanks to the power of compound interest. Now, if you look at that $6,000 you'd save on interest versus the $350,000 you could make by keeping the mortgage and investing that money, well, you see where I'm going with this. It's a no-brainer. That's the beauty of letting your mortgage work for you. Now I know what some of you are thinking. But what about peace of mind? What about the feeling of owning your home outright? And that's a valid point. There's certainly something to be said for the emotional security that comes from owning your home without any debt. But if we're talking strictly financially, the numbers don't lie. In most cases, paying off your mortgage early isn't the most profitable move. Hey, I get it. Sometimes it's just about feeling secure, and you can't put a price on peace of mind. But if you're chasing financial freedom and want to grow your wealth, letting that mortgage stay a little longer could actually be a smarter choice. So who should actually consider keeping their mortgage? Well, if you're under 50 and have a decent interest rate, you have steady income and a solid investment strategy, you've got your emergency fund in place, and you're okay with the idea of having low interest debt, then you're in a perfect position to let that mortgage ride out, keep your payments low, and invest elsewhere for a bigger return. But if you're someone who's close to retirement, has a high interest mortgage, or is looking for peace of mind more than financial growth, paying off your mortgage might be the better move for you. It's all about balancing your goals with your comfort level. Alright folks, now that you know why you might want to keep your mortgage, does the math support it? Heck yes it does. So what are you going to do with that extra cash? Put it to work and grow your wealth. If this video opened your eyes to a new way of thinking about your mortgage and finances, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more financial tips, and of course, share this video with your friends who need to know that paying off their mortgage early might not be the smartest move after all. Thanks for watching, and remember, don't let your mortgage stop you from building your wealth. See you next time.